Fans, on the off chance that some of you have tuned in early, this is Adam Presswood, and I apologize that my voice isn't much stronger than it was last night at Orchard Farm, but I am going to go ahead and go on a little early and leave our camera parked at halftime. We don't have a strong enough audio system to bring you the overhead announcements that will come from the scorers table, but tonight is senior night for our Lady Indians, and I do want at least for our fans to be able to see those festivities out here at mid-court, so enjoy. All right, fans, this once again is Adam Presswood. I'm going to go on a little bit early and get lineups out of the way, and for the first time in a long time, I am joined on the air by Michael Short. How are we tonight, Michael?
I'm doing good, Adam. How are you?
I'm all right. Michael, lately, I usually don't go until we get the yellow indicators on our soundboard, but I'm told by our folks at home that that's where they get the best sound. So I've kind of been playing with that happy medium here lately, and we'll see what happens.
All right, works for me.
We're about 7.5 minutes away from watching our Ellsbury Lady Indians square off against Mark Twain. Mark Twain will send out in some form or fashion number 3, Emma Ross, number 4, Lindsay Bowling, number 5, Mackenzie Latham, number 10, Mackenzie Ogle, number 15, Alyssa Ferry, number 25, Zoe Miller, number 32, Amber Ferry, number 33, Paige Eddington, and number 44, Sydney Brothers. Starters are listed as Latham, Ogle, Ferry, and Eddington. The head coach for Mark Twain is Alex Brandenburg, and the assistant coach is Julie Thrower. For the Ellsbury Lady Indians, we will see number 2, Kaylee Martin, a 5'4" senior guard. She will start. Number 10, Claire Henry, a 5'10" junior forward. Number 12, Kylie Kinsler, a 5'7" freshman guard. Number 15, Josie Horn, a 5'8" junior guard. Number 20, Sydney Pickard, who will also start, a 5'8" senior guard and forward. Number 24, Tess Weekly, a 5'6" junior guard. Number 25, Megan Hagemeyer, a 5'9" junior forward. Number 32, Madison Kinsler, another one of tonight's starters, a 5'7" senior guard. Number 41, Anna St. Pierre, a 5'8" senior forward. I've got her listed as a starter as well. I don't know if coach is doing that for the seniors tonight, and they'll be called off quickly and subbed in for or not. And number 43, Tyra Henderson, a 5'7" freshman guard and forward. The Lady Indians are coached by Carrie Koch-Dowell. The assistant coaches are Brittany Koch-Dowell and Trudy Bull. So with about 5.5 remaining, we're going to cut away for a few commercials, and we'll be back in just a few. You're listening to the Indian Sports Network.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
All right, fans, we're going to go ahead and come back to you. The scoreboard clock says 1:34 remaining, but lately we have not been using all of that, and I've been getting caught out in the middle of that one last commercial, so we're just going to spare ourselves that.
Adam, it's senior night.
It is for a fact, and I'm wondering now if it was the seniors that were circled on my program and not necessarily the starters, or if it's both.
I got a feeling from what I can see down there, it's
That
going to
it's
be the
both.
seniors, and that's usually 13 years I've been doing this, and that's usually what they do. So,
All right, Mackenzie Latham comes on out for Mark Twain, as does Mackenzie Ogle. Alyssa Ferry. Amber Ferry. And Paige Eddington.
this Mark Twain team beat the Lady Indians last year by quite a bit. So,
I missed that game. And now for our Ellsbury Lady Indians. Number 2, senior Kaylee Martin. Number 20, Sydney Pickard. Number 24, Tess Weekly, a junior. Number 32, Madison Kinsler, a senior. And number 41, senior Anna St. Pierre.
yeah, you got to really watch out for number 5 there on this Mark Twain team. She is she's a shooter and probably their best player out of the bunch.
You know, that name stands out to me, and I don't know why, because we haven't played this team yet this season, have we?
Not unless we were in a tournament like a Clopton or a Bowling Green tournament they were in that.
It may have been Clopton. I don't think we faced them in Bowling Green.
No, I don't think so, a Bowling Green, but it could have been a Clopton tournament.
Maybe she's got a brother, and I'm remembering that last name, but you're right. Somebody did us damage because I don't remember that last name in a good way.
And of course, we got one senior out there that can she pull a Michael Jordan? She's sick. Madison Kinsler, number 32. She said she's feeling. I asked her before the game. Said she's feeling a little better.
She slept on these bleachers during the JV game, trying to get as much strength
Yep.
built up as she could. Sydney Pickard is going to handle the tip-off. And it goes to Mark Twain. No, it doesn't. Madison Kinsler gets her hands on it, and it's all Ellsbury as Tess Weekly brings it across the timeline. There's the pass to Kinsler over on the left side. She gives it right back. And now Weekly all alone finally manages to bounce it into Kaylee Martin, who kicks it to St. Pierre at the high post. St. Pierre gave it right back, and it's out of bounds. It'll go to Mark Twain.
I'm going to assume Kaylee must have not been able to corral that one and hit the line.
I think she must have done it just barely with her left foot, because I don't think her hands were outside. Mark Twain on the outside now. They don't act like they're looking for an outside shot. They're going to
Like
take
I said,
one
that's
anyway.
the one you got to watch right there.
You were right. She drained that one like it was nothing at all. It's 3-0 Mark Twain early. Kinsler now over on the left side, comes around toward the top of the key and passes to Martin. Martin goes to her right and finds Weekly. Weekly wanted the pass into St. Pierre, but rethought it, and now Martin. Weekly goes to her left. Into the high post.
Tess missed that little give and go there to Anna.
Kaylee Martin with a bullet pass to Madison Kinsler for the long two. It's off the rim. Rebounded by Pickard. Out of bounds. Last touched by Ellsbury.
I'll tell you, Madison's actually played pretty well these last, well, before she got sick, but these last few weeks has really come on. And they're going to need her tonight because, like I said, number 5 can shoot.
Back-to-back threes from way out there. It's 6-0. Well, Madison told me in a recent interview that she is bound and determined to win a district championship with this team before she graduates.
Well, they've definitely got a good chance with district starting and them being the number 2 seed.
Pickard's long two missed. It's rebounded by Martin. We'll have to get past New Haven, but we can. They've only got one more victory this year than we did at the time that they had the seeding meeting. Nice fake by Martin. She steps inside, and the shot rattles in. That's Ellsbury's first shot at the scoreboard tonight. It's 6-2.
Kaylee, not usually known for her shooting, mostly a defensive, I call her a defensive pest.
Yes.
And she doesn't mind it, you know. But she made that bucket and a head fake, which you very rarely see. That's out of bounds.
I will say, though, that in the last couple of years, she's become a much more confident ball handler.
No doubt about that.
All right. Claire Henry and Megan Hagemeyer check in for Ellsbury as Pickard and St. Pierre take a seat. Weekly finds Henry at the high post. Henry gives it right back. Tess runs it in, can't make the shot, but draws the foul. That's on number 15, Alyssa Ferry. Michael, this seems like the first night in a while that they did not combine senior nights for the girls and boys.
Actually, this is the second time in a row. They did the same thing last year, where they did them off nights.
Is it by choice or necessity?
You know, I think sometimes it's a little bit by choice, in the sense that missed that free throw, 1 for 1, or 1 for 2. I'm sorry. I think it's more on the lines of you have so many seniors a lot of times that it just kind of makes it a little difficult. Wow. There was a nice pass inside by number 33.
I think that'll go against Hagemeyer.
Yeah, that's on Megan,
her first.
But yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with just the fact that they're like tonight. Of course, tomorrow night there's only going to be 3 seniors, I believe. I think there's 1 cheerleading senior and 2 boys basketball seniors. So, and I think that's the other reason why number 10 makes her free throw. That they're also having that event tomorrow night to kind of, you know, fundraiser event for Ann Anthony as well.
I forgot about that.
They were able to do that.
Well, we did have quite a crowd out at midcourt here
And it
tonight.
was a crowd, yes.
All right, it is 8-3 after the trip to the charity stripe, and Madison Kinsler inbounds to Weekly in the backcourt. Weekly with a dangerous pass. It found Megan Hagemeyer down underneath, but it didn't find her surely enough. It was off of her fingertips, and Mark Twain has it back, as you can see. For 3, and Latham is killing us. 11-3.
That young lady's deadly from out there.
She has all of their points that have not come from free throws, I believe. Mark Twain with the steal. Good job by Kaylee Martin running it out of bounds.
Sarah Martin with the hustle. Timeout's called.
All right, we'll be right back.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
No, Adam 11-3 lead here early on, and like you said, Latham, number 5, is just she's killing them.
Not only is she making those shots, she's being given a lot of room to take those shots.
And she keeps going farther and farther back, and she's shooting them too. Mark Twain will inbound the basketball.
Or not. They manage, barely. Latham ran it down. She's about 9 feet out from the top of the key. It wouldn't surprise me to see her gun it anyway. And there's the 3 from another source.
Oh!
That one's off the glass. That was number 10, Mackenzie Ogle.
The bank is open. Mark Twain just raining threes over here.
The pass to Megan Hagemeyer way outside. She never shoots from there and doesn't now. She gives it up to Weekly over on the right side.
They're playing a zone defense, not allowing Ellsbury to get inside.
Looks like a pretty tight 2-3. Off the glass goes Ogle. And Kylie Kinsler is set to check back in.
Actually, that'll be her first time in. Unless we're counting the JV game.
I probably was in my head now that you say that. Well, it looked like a tight 2-3. Now it doesn't so much.
No, they'll drop back into it once Megan goes down low. Now a little more man-to-man there for a second, then they switched it up. Let's see who got the foul there, 33.
That is Paige Eddington.
Madison tested the line the second time, right?
Yes, she was 50% the first trip. She makes the first as Kylie Kinsler comes in for her cousin. Weekly stays 50% from the line. 2.5 remaining in the first quarter. Ellsbury trails by 12. Mark Twain on the outside. Not that they mind being there.
Oh, she wanted it. Latham wanted that one.
Nice pass down underneath. And Ogle lays it in for another 2. Well, Michael, I was out in the hallway before this one got started, and Ellsbury's principal was visiting with Mark Twain's coach. Claire Henry misses from just inside 2-point land. She's got the rebound, takes it all the way to the basket and draws the foul. Mr. Bodeker asked what Mark Twain's strategy was. The foul is on number 3, Emma Ross, her first. And Mark Twain's coach said, it's the same strategy I always have. We're going to score more points than you.
You know, that seems to be a good strategy, and we'll see how it works. But I got a funny feeling if it does work, they're going to win the game.
Well, and other people might copy that.
Yeah,
you know, it
and
might become
you know what?
a recipe.
It seems to be working so far.
Might become something like Phil Jackson's triangle defense.
There you
know,
go.
Everybody wants it.
Now 18-5 with the make by Henry as Mark Twain is ahead.
Latham goes all the way in and gets the floater to fall. She's unstoppable. Mark Twain is now up by 15.
Literally, because she's missed nothing so far.
No. Martin finds Weekly, who steps way back, being guarded by Latham. Not an enviable position. She gets around her, all the way to the glass, draws the blocking foul, and I believe the shot will count.
Yeah, they're going to count that one. You know, you look, though, go back to the championship, or the third place championship game at the Bowling Green tournament. I mean, Ellsbury went down early in that first quarter. Couldn't make anything.
They did.
Battled back. figured him out and started playing good defense against that. Who was that? The North Callaway? No,
Yes.
was it North Callaway?
North Callaway.
Yeah.
Both our teams won against
Yep.
North Callaway. Yeah. Yeah, that last foul was against number 15, Alyssa Ferry. And following the trip to the stripe, it's now 20-8. Weekly almost got enough of that one to make it count. In fact, it is going to count.
Yeah, it
It's
did
out
go
of
off of
bounds.
a Mark Twain player.
I thought it was off of Weekly's left hand. Tess goes all the way in. The shot doesn't count or doesn't fall. Latham has the rebound. She's going to take it all the way. She dribbled right into a solid wall of white. The shot never had a prayer. She hits the floor and the ball.
They're going to say it went off of an Ellsbury player.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get it. Latham inbounds and throws it away. So the first signs of frustration for Mark Twain. It's like that first punch that Rocky landed against Drago, you know?
He's just a man.
He's just a man. He's not a machine. Martin on the outside. There's the bounce to Henderson. Henderson steps on the line.
Tyra got caught down there with two players, and she took it even further in which she should never done. Should have kicked it back out.
It looked like she was planting that foot and was just going to knock over Mark Twain's two defenders. That, of course, would never have gone well.
Oh.
The pass inside, nearly broken up by Ellsbury. Mark Twain hangs on. And Tess Weekly.
Tess got a cheap foul there.
Yeah, sends Zoe Miller to the floor. Latham looking for that last shot. It's not going to happen. Ellsbury has it. And the desperation shot might as well have not gone up. But
Well, it was more like a baseball throw by Tyra. You know, she's used to playing shortstop.
that's true. Keeping the throw down on the way to third, I suppose. It stays 20-8. We're going to run one quick message and we'll be back.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right, a fresh 8 minutes. The score 20-8 in Mark Twain's favor. It'll be interesting to see what Ellsbury does to adjust. All right, and Ellsbury sends out Claire Henry, Kaylee Martin, Kylie Kinsler, Tyra Henderson, and Tess Weekly. Mark Twain makes no changes that I can discern, but I reserve the right to be wrong.
This is where normally this Ellsbury team makes some adjustments, but that's not the adjustment you want.
Foul against Claire Henry, her first. Latham with the pass to Ogle over on the right side. Ogle now into the post. There's a pass broken up by Tess Weekly. Latham gets it back. Nice ball movement by Mark Twain. It's off the glass by number 32. That's Amber Ferry. And the lead is now 22-8. Weekly for three, it's off the front. The ball will come back to Mark Twain. Latham now to Ogle again. Ogle into the post. That one's broken up. Into the high post, I should say. Let's see what Ellsbury can do with the mistake. Weekly finds Martin over on the right side, who dribbled in just for a heartbeat and then gave it up to Henderson. Henderson kicks it back out to Kinsler. And now Martin is going to run the baseline, and there's a bounce to Henderson over on the left side of the bucket. She's fouled.
Martin gave it up just a little late there to Henderson, but was able to still get a shot off, and the taller player, number 33 there, fouled her.
That is
kind of over the top.
That's Eddington's second. Henderson misses the first. Number 3, Emma Ross, comes in for Mark Twain as Eddington takes a seat.
I tell you, nothing more aggravating and worse than not making free throws.
Oh, no, it infuriates me. Henderson is 1 for 2.
They're just giving buckets, and then...
I don't know what I hate more, that or missed offensive rebounds. Megan Hagemeyer has come back in. Latham goes all the way to the glass.
Well, I'd hate the job of having to defend that young lady.
Man. She wasn't able to capitalize on that. Tess Weekly takes an extra step.
Score currently 22-9 with 6:13 to go here in this second period.
That's a rough one.
They got to make up some ground quick.
Latham with a dangerous pass. There's a foul against Hagemeyer. Her second? Yes. That'll send Mark Twain to the stripe. It's the ponytail syndrome again. I can't see the number. I think it's 3. I think it's Emma Ross, who misses the first. But hits the second.
You know, Adam, we got a few basketball alums in the crowd over here tonight. I noticed Kevin Dotson is here, and Brittany Hagemeyer is here. Haven't seen those guys in a long time.
I saw Brittany a couple weeks ago. She came up during the middle of a school day when I was subbing to visit. But it had probably been a couple years before that. Wonder if we could get them on the air at halftime for celebrity interviews.
Oh.
I happen to know from experience that Brittany hates those.
Oh, yeah.
Weekly all the way in, the shot doesn't fall. Here comes Ogle. All the way down. Nice job by Madison Kinsler. She denied that, and now Maddie, all the way down, throws it up in desperation. It's off the side of the backboard.
And they're going to call that foul on Kaylee.
Wow. Ogle inbounds to Latham, who nearly threw it out of bounds.
Well, she did.
It comes back to Ellsbury. Weekly from the top of the key. It's off the front, rebounded by Latham. Latham for 3. Nailed it.
Wow. 4 for 4?
Yes. And Mark Twain is up by 17. Kinsler and Weekly. That's Madison Kinsler and Weekly on the outside. Now Kylie comes out to help. Madison wanted the 3.
Sometimes I wish they just shoot the ball.
Yeah. Kaylee Martin takes a few extra steps. Madison,
and you know what? Coach Dow was saying the same thing.
If you're going to commit your body to it, follow through. Now Madison isn't a confident shooter from anywhere near the key. She likes the corners.
Yeah, but you know what? When you're down
it doesn't
26-9, you just got to shoot the basketball. And you can't do that.
Off the glass is Emma Ross. And
Timeout, full timeout.
Yeah, Ellsbury takes a full. We'll be back.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, Michael, I tried to eavesdrop on the conversation during the timeout, and Kerry Cokedell seemed to be saying, we're not playing defense, we're getting beaten up, we're just letting them score.
That's a pretty good assessment.
That's a pretty good assessment, pretty good general criticism.
She's definitely watching the same game we're watching.
What? Madison Kinsler from the key. Oh.
Wow, Tess fought for that rebound.
And now Tanisha Henderson misses.
Tess
and
fought for that rebound.
Weekly is going to go to the line. I was just about to ask, what specific adjustments do you make to those general criticisms as the foul is on number 10, Mackenzie Ogle?
I mean, number one, you're not going to stop number 5, but you got to get a hand in her face and not let her have easy shots. That's number one. Number two, you got to start shooting the basketball. We haven't shot the ball.
All right, 28-11 after Weekly's trip to the stripe. I don't think you're going to stop number 10 either. She's not quite as deadly as Latham, but the combination is killing us. And as I speak,
and Latham is just, you're going to I'm not sure if you're going to need to go to some type of zone defense, but I've seen this team when they go to a zone defense, it's not pretty all the time either.
No.
And it's just because you're not used to playing it, you're young. There you go, Maddie.
Madison Kinsler for 2. 30.
She's got to do that more often. She has the speed, the quickness. Instead of just settling for them three-pointers, head fake. Fake that shot, dribble in. You're either going to get them to foul you, or you're going to have a much easier two-point shot as opposed to those threes.
Latham all the way to the glass.
That girl's not missed a shot all night.
She is definitely not a one-trick pony.
No.
If she's not got the shot from outside, she takes it in and finds a way.
But somebody's got to get a body in front of her. Quit letting her take those.
There's a steal by number 10, Ogle. She's going to take it all the way in and put it in.
Lazy pass there. And that was telegraphed. And Ogle just stuck her hand out and was off to the races. That's one of the things I've noticed this year. Sometimes they get a little lackadaisical. It's either one of them long, high passes, or they just kind of drop the ball and hope that it gets there.
Yes, Tess Weekly misses the 3, and Mark Twain has it back.
Burn that ball in there. Make their hands hurt. You either catch it or jam a finger, right?
Back in the day, they used to practice that with medicine balls.
Oh, mercy. Oh, yeah.
I guess they don't so much anymore. I don't know.
No, they definitely don't. Tess has got, is that her second or third?
That is her.
Should be just her second, I believe.
Well, they haven't put it up yet as Emma Ross sinks the first.
Well, actually, the clock won't stop. We got an issue with the clock.
Okay. And bear with us, fans.
All right, finally the clock stopped. Now it's turned completely off. Now it's back on. All right, time's back.
Should be 33-13 after the free throw, unless they're
Right,
going to
she
make him
did
do
miss
it
the
over.
make the first free throw. So that should be her bucket there.
Number 44, Sydney Brothers, checks in for Mark Twain.
All right, second foul on Tess. Sixth foul there, that's right. Give one more point. Because she just made that free throw.
They gave her too many.
Yeah, should have just been 33. Oh, nope, they're saying that 35 is right.
How is that?
Well, unless they didn't count a bucket earlier that got messed up. If there was problems with it earlier and they didn't notice it.
Okay. Well, now it's 36.
36-13, 1:43 to go in the half.
A 23-point gap. Tyra Henderson goes all the way in, throws it over the rim. She is fouled.
Yeah. Got to use the backboard, young lady. That thing's a lifesaver, especially when you're on a dribbling in like that.
The foul is on 32, Amber Ferry, her first.
But I'll tell you, Adam, Tyra has played really well on her time coming in.
She has.
On the varsity squad this year.
And at that, she missed the first.
She kind of short-armed that one.
Claire Henry comes in for Kaylee Martin. No, for who? Who just went out? Madison Kinsler.
Yeah,
Madison
Maddie.
Kinsler.
Lane violation.
Ooh, wow.
Going to be on number 44. That
is,
gives Tyra a reprieve there.
That is Sydney Brothers, who has just come in.
Nope.
And none of them will fall.
Nice rebound by Henry.
Oh, Claire Henry, what a battle.
That was 3 rebounds there, I think.
Shades of her sister. Henry hits the first. I remember Coach Bencomo used to say when you're playing teams that have one deadly shooter, he always believed in playing a zone defense with a man-to-man extension. Now, I'm far from a defensive strategist. What are your thoughts?
Well, I would say okay, but I don't think you have the players. Oh, she missed.
She is not bulletproof after all.
I don't believe you've got the players that can switch that up. Number one, I've seen them play zone. It's just it's difficult, especially when you got a player like number 5 and number 10, both of them, to be honest with you, for Mark Twain, that can
do whatever they want.
Do whatever they want. Right. I mean, they can dribble the ball through. They can pass well. They shoot well. You got 2 players like that. Now, if it's just one player, you might get away with it. But you also got some young and inexperienced out there.
All right, the free throw misses. It's
nice
Mark
job by
basketball.
Martin.
Kaylee Martin steals it away. Both Hendersons are in now. And now the shot by Tyra is good. It's 36-16 with 43 seconds remaining.
I think Coach wanted to go to a diamond after that make, but I don't think you got the right personnel out there to do that.
Claire Henry forced
Good
the jump
job there
ball.
by Claire. She just went up and grabbed the ball.
Uh-huh.
Well, a little life in the Lady Indians here as we go into get ready to go into halftime.
Well, maybe they're finally getting mad. Although the timing's bad, halftime they can cool off.
Well, that's true, but you got three freshmen out there right now, and to be honest with you, Adam, they just don't know no better.
True.
It's like they don't matter to them. They're just gonna go out there and play.
Henderson puts up the
Somebody
shot.
had glue up there.
And it's stuck.
Get the glue down. He pulled a hammy.
Yeah.
I think he pulled a hamstring. Yep.
All right, so this is coming back to Mark Twain. Despite some confusion, they thought for a second it was going to stay with Ellsbury. Here's Latham.
No, it's just basically a jump ball after that happens.
Latham
Oh,
for three from the top of the key. There's the buzzer. The shot doesn't fall. The score once again 36-16, and we'll be back in a few.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
right, we are back once again. 58 seconds remaining in halftime. They won't use them. The score 36-16, a 20-point Ellsbury deficit if you're just joining us. Ellsbury sends out Claire Henry, Kaylee Martin, Madison Kinsler, Megan Hagemeyer, and Tess Weekly. All right, Ellsbury starts things off with possession. Madison Kinsler brings it across the timeline. There's the bounce into Hagemeyer at the high post. She spins and gives it up to Claire Henry, who uncharacteristically shoots from that spot exactly. The shot doesn't fall. And Megan Hagemeyer fouls on the rebound attempt. She doesn't think so. And I didn't see it, so I won't comment. Latham now to Ogle. And now Mark Twain has it back behind the perimeter. It's knocked away by Weekly. She takes it all the way to the glass. The shot falls and she's fouled. That's going to go against Amber Ferry, number 32. It sends Weekly to the stripe for at least the third time in this game, if not the fourth. She makes good on the basket, giving Ellsbury 19. Oh, Latham was going to try to either drive the lane or create enough distance to gun one again. She drives the lane. The layup doesn't fall. Kaylee Martin has the rebound for Ellsbury.
Shortest player on the court gets the rebound.
It works for Jake Reimel sometimes.
This is true. Yeah, but Jake's got all that hair. That kind of counts, you know.
All right, the foul is on number 15, Alyssa Ferry. Clamping on to Megan Hagemeyer, and Megan inbounds to Martin. Martin for the long two. It's stuffed right back in her face. But Mark Twain steps on the line. Well, I wish I had known that hair was an advantage back when I had more of it.
Well, during that time would have been probably the time Jake Reimel's haircut kind of goes into effect, you know. I mean, it is like 70s and 80s. I'm waiting for the mustache.
Claire Henry couldn't get it to fall. She knocks it away and prevents the Mark Twain rebound.
Well, that was a darn good play there to get Henry the ball.
Yes, it was.
That one's yours, Madison. There it is.
There. That's what we need. 36-22. This could still be a ball game.
Gonna need a few more stops.
Mark Twain travels. We'll take it. And Mark Twain wants a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
That is one of the most animated timeouts I've ever seen for Brittany Cogdell. She was enthused. I heard her say, look how many points you've put up in just the first few minutes we've been back out there. Nicely done. Megan Hagemeyer with nowhere to go, bounces it right to Mark Twain. Latham kicks it back out. Ogle doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Hagemeyer. Here comes Tess all the way to the glass, and it's in there.
Well, she took off about 10 feet outside that bucket and just kind of a run and throw it up there.
That brings Ellsbury to within 12. Stranger things have happened. Ogle for the long two. No good. Rebounded by Madison Kinsler.
It's going to be off of number 32's foot. I don't think she even knew it was down there.
No. Weekly with the long pass to Kaylee Martin over on the right side. Martin dribbles in. A pass intended for Megan Hagemeyer. Hagemeyer was already past that pass, really, when it was made. Latham comes in for a bucket off the glass. That gives Mark Twain another two. And now Weekly goes over to the left where she finds Madison Kinsler. Kinsler's lob into Claire Henry was almost lost, but Claire saved it. And now Martin with a cross-court pass to Weekly. Weekly's reverse doesn't fall. Megan Hagemeyer gets a piece of it on the way down. And she's fouled by Mackenzie Latham.
I think if you asked the Mark Twain fans and the Mark Twain coach, he'd have said that was a jump ball, not a...
I actually thought it was going to be at first.
So did I.
That's Latham's first foul. It sends Hagemeyer to the line. Megan throws
That's
it
at
off
least,
the back.
what, 8, 9 points we've not made on free throws?
At least. She's good on the second. That's Ellsbury's percentage tonight, 50 from the stripe, no matter who we send up there, it seems like. Although I think Tess had one.
No, that's been that way all time, the whole time. 50%.
Latham doesn't get the shot to fall. She does run into the blocking foul. Claire Henry. Latham misses from the stripe. Maybe we have found her kryptonite.
Well, I don't think she's made a bucket yet this half.
No. And she missed both free throws. Now she hasn't taken, well, no, she had one off
She
the
took
glass.
a couple shots, but
She had one off the glass that gave him 38. But that's it.
okay.
Another one on Claire Henry. Tyra Henderson is going to come in for Claire. Claire Henry has developed one of the most quiet aggression levels I've ever seen. You don't hear her out there, and she sort of subtly flies under the radar until she knocks somebody right to the floor. Weekly breaks up the pass, and she's going to take it all the way down. The shot doesn't fall. She's pushed from behind by Latham, her second. Tess misses the first. And the second as well. Those hurt.
Yes, you could hear me. They were hurting, each one. Sometimes you just got to grit your teeth.
When Chris is up here and he sees that, he just growls.
Yeah.
All right, that was Number 3, Emma Ross off the glass. It's now 40-25. Mark Twain's back up by 15. That momentum that Ellsbury had early in the second half has ebbed a little bit, unfortunately. It's not gone.
It's tough to sustain that.
With a differential that significant?
Yep.
Yes.
Because it never seems like you're getting anywhere.
Madison Kinsler goes to the glass. She's stripped by number 33, Paige Eddington, who's been quiet for a while.
Wow, nice.
Nice
Back
feed.
door just left Tess standing there. Tess lost where she was at.
And Mackenzie Ogle made it hurt. Hagemeyer out to Weekly. Weekly for the 3, and she buries it. It's 42-28. The lead back down to 14. Ogle on the outside for Mark Twain. Goes to her left. They give it right back. And now Latham near the top of the key, guarded by Martin. There's a pass into the high post. They kick it back out to Latham again, who takes it in and can't get it to fall. She hits the floor hard, and she got up slowly.
I think that was more of a frustration get up. Thought she was fouled if you asked her. Oh, Kaylee Martin.
Weekly with the bounce into Hagemeyer, and Hagemeyer meant to kick it back out to Madison Kinsler. Instead, it was thrown into the first row of bleachers. Pardon me, as Tanisha Henderson comes in. Madison Kinsler takes a seat. Latham finds Ogle over on the right side. Ogle goes to her left. Eddington now swings over to the left even further and finds Latham. Latham for 3, no good this time. And Tyra Henderson comes away with the ball for Ellsbury.
I was going to say, if Ellsbury doesn't get that rebound, they had 3-on-1. There you go, Tess.
It's all you.
That's it. Oh,
no good.
Just a little off. Gosh, that looked like a good angle from here. Oh, charge called.
That's on number 3, Emma Ross. We'll take it.
I was looking at the camera. I missed it. It was an emphatic call by the referee.
She had her back to, I couldn't see her at all. And she had her back to the ref, but he saw something. I wonder if it was like a left elbow as she was dribbling and she pushed off too aggressively.
I was saying that ref was very emphatic on that call.
It must have been blatant.
Oh.
All right. The pass
Not a bad
from,
idea,
no.
just not executed there.
Traffic. Too much traffic.
Whoa.
Tyra Henderson.
Tyra turned on the Jets there, Adam.
Fouled on the layup attempt.
I almost couldn't keep up with her there.
That was number 10, Ogle, with the foul.
That's Ogle's third.
Sydney
Team
Pickard
sixth.
comes in, or will come in for Ellsbury. And does. Tess Weekly is going to come out. Not what I expected. Henderson hits from the stripe. It's 42-30. And there's a steal.
Oh.
Kaylee Martin had enough presence of mind to look at the clock and launch that one at the buzzer. It came close, but we've now played 3, and the score is 42-30, a 12-point Mark Twain lead, and we'll be back.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Down to the final 8.
Yeah.
All right, Ellsbury sends out Tyra and Tanisha Henderson. Tess Weekly, Megan Hagemeyer, and Sydney Pickard. There is an Ellsbury steal by Weekly. Off the glass, it won't fall. Rebounded by Tanisha Henderson, who runs it back out. Tess Weekly now with the pass into Hagemeyer at the high post. Megan gives it back. And now Pickard way outside finds Tanisha with the bounce back to Tess. Tess runs it in. The layup doesn't fall. And Tyra Henderson is there with the rebound and the putback. Another Ellsbury steal. Here comes Weekly. She gets that one to drop, and it brings Ellsbury to within 8. All of a sudden, things have changed. It's 42-34. We'll be back in just a second.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Well, Michael, I for one wouldn't mind seeing these girls come back on senior night and win this one. They've been down by as much as 20 points. Actually, they've been down by more than 20, haven't they?
They sure have. And I'll tell you, this more competitive this second half. I don't know what coach said to them, but it's like a different team out there right now. Now they're going to go to that full court press. And a steal does happen. Nice job there by Tanisha.
Nicely done.
Tiny got to that one and saved it.
There's the pass into Tyra. She kicks it back out to Weekly. Weekly for 3.
Down by 5. 5-point lead now.
That was awesome. 42-37. Let's see what Mark Twain can do to answer. Let's hope nothing.
Out of bounds, Ellsbury basketball. Wow, I never thought we would have saw this.
All right, Pickard inbounds to Weekly in the backcourt. This is incredible. 6.5 remaining in the game. Mark Twain's lead cut to 5. Pickard for the long 2.
Oh,
it
in and out.
back out.
Well, that'd have been a big bucket there by the senior.
Man alive. That hurt everybody in this crowd. Latham off the rim. Rebounded by Weekly. Weekly to Henderson. Henderson off the glass for 2 and cuts the lead to 3. It's 42-39.
What happened?
I don't know. He's warning, the referee is warning an Ellsbury fan.
I think it was Tyra's dad jumped up excited, and maybe it kind of caught either the ref or somebody.
Fair enough. I honestly saw nothing, but I was looking somewhere
I got to
else,
feel that
so.
might have been what happened. But yeah, I was watching more down court. That's going to go through the hands, and Ellsbury basketball, chance to tie it or take the lead. Or no, just tie it.
When it rains, it pours. I love it.
Wow, what a second half by this ladies Indians basketball team.
Weekly hands it off to Tanisha. Tanisha with the pass to Pickard. Pickard back to Weekly on the outside. Ellsbury wants another outside shot. They don't have to settle for that.
Oh no, way too early to have to worry about it. Way too early to have to worry about an outside shot right now.
Yeah, Tanisha Henderson called for steps as Kaylee Martin comes back in for Sydney Pickard. Michael, have you heard St. John's in the last 2 days has knocked off Villanova and Duke in amazing upsets. And that's after going, I think, a month without winning a single game.
Well, like you said, when it rains, it pours.
Ogle for two. It's in and out. Rebounded by Hagemeyer.
I'm not sure why 33 passed up the wide open bucket. We got both Hendersons, Weekly, Hagemeyer, and Martin out on the court.
Henderson
Top of the
steps
key.
in.
No good. Rebound by Hagemeyer. And out of bounds. That's going to be. Oh, they're going to say it's off of Kaylee.
Ouch.
I thought for a second there it went off of number 3.
I thought that too.
Ouch. Ooh, almost threw that away. Mark Twain has been sloppy with the ball the second half, but you know what? That's benefited the Ellsbury Lady Indian squad.
Eddington to Ogle down underneath. The bucket is good, and she gets the foul. .44, I think they're saying. That is Sydney Brothers. No, 44 us. I'm sorry.
No, 43. That was on. That was on Tyra. Yeah.
Henderson. It's been a long day. Ogle makes good on the bucket. It's 45-39. That increases Mark Twain's advantage a little bit, but still, Ellsbury has come a long way to close this gap. Henderson bounces it back out to Martin. Martin to Claire Henry at the high post, who loses it. And here comes Latham off the glass, and it's good. 47-39. And there's a timeout taken by Ellsbury. It's a 30. We'll be back.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
.411 remaining in this game. It is an 8-point Mark Twain lead now. They've regained some of their earlier edge. Tess Weekly on the outside, nowhere to go.
You know, Adam, the one thing about basketball is teams make runs. It's just going to happen. And our run happened.
It did.
The question is, can they put another one together?
Claire Henry is fouled, and she'll go to the line. She has a chance to close the gap even further. And, you know, sometimes the best runs do come late because there's not enough time for the other team to rebound and recover from that. Claire makes good on the first. Madison Kinsler comes in for Tyra Henderson. It's taken me all season to get my Henderson straight.
It's all right. You got next year.
That's right. Claire is good on the second as well. It's a 6-point Mark Twain lead. Here comes Lathram.
I think for the next 4 years, those two will be an integral part of this team.
They'll be the next meat and cheese. Lathram guarded by Kaylee Martin. She spins around her. And now Eddington with the head fake gets it to Ogle. Ogle misses everything and we'll get it back.
6-point lead for Mark Twain with only 3:24 to go.
Kaylee Martin.
There you go.
There into Hagemeyer. Oh, she overshot it, and there were no rebounders, but there were 3 blue shirts underneath that shot.
Megan got a little too far in and didn't use the glass.
Mark Twain dribbles in, no good. Ogle with the rebound. The putback doesn't fall. Here comes Madison Kinsler. Oh, she wanted that shot from the key. She gave it up to Kaylee Martin instead. Martin with the baseline drive. The shot doesn't fall, but she's fouled.
Bucket would have been nice on that one.
That is against Amber Ferry, her third.
That means the Lady Indians are also in the bonus.
Martin misses the first.
Do you know what the score would be if we'd made our free throws tonight? We'd have about an 8-point lead.
Probably.
If not more than that.
I'm thinking we'd be at about 58 points.
Oh.
All right.
Well,
both shots missed, but Ellsbury controls the rebound. And Tess Weekly passed it right into the hands of Mark Twain. Lathram missed the shot. She's fouled by Claire Henry. She gave the ref a look like, if you don't call that foul, I'm resigning and leaving the country. It's Claire's fourth. Lathram is good from the stripe. Both times, it is an 8-point Mark Twain lead with 2.5 roughly remaining in the game. Madison Kinsler, the little floater wouldn't go, rebounded by Hagemeyer. Martin can't get it to fall. Mark Twain comes away with it. Emma Ross missed the bucket. Claire Henry ended up on the floor with Amber Ferry.
Jump ball.
It is. It'll go to Mark Twain as Tanisha Henderson comes in for Claire Henry.
Two blocks for Hagemeyer.
It is out of bounds, last touched by Mark Twain. Good heads-up play by Tess Weekly to let it roll out.
Well, Adam, I hate to second-guess any coach, but I'll tell you right now, you know what I would do?
What is that?
I would figure out a way to put Bristol Jones in and set her down on the low post, just feed her the basketball.
Came in handy against Orchard Farm. Oh. Off the glass, Mark Twain. No
Boy,
good.
it's been a messy last few minutes of this ball game.
It was. Madison Kinsler pulls up short and has nowhere to go.
Timeout was called by Mark Twain.
Did Mark Twain have possession of the
Yes,
basketball?
yes, they did.
All right, well, we'll be back.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, 119, and still an 8-point Mark Twain lead.
Going to go back into that diamond, that full court press.
Mark Twain inbounds. Eddington, Ogle, and Latham combined to get it across.
And that's exactly how you get out of that full court press.
Yes.
That was textbook.
You never dribble your way out. Weekly can't get the shot to fall. She's blocked by number 32, Amber Ferry.
Ferry looked like she kind of come up holding her leg too, or her
she
arm.
Hit the ground hard.
She's wincing a little out there.
Weekly hits the first. And misses the second. We needed that one.
Walk.
Oh, yeah. Eddington took a couple of steps.
I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I wasn't even really looking at the whole thing. I was like, wait a minute, she took an extra step. Was that an 8-point lead? No, 9-point lead.
9-point lead now for Mark Twain. Under a minute. Tanisha Henderson overshoots the basket. It's rebounded by Mark Twain and Ellsbury.
Jump ball.
Yeah,
that should be Ellsbury's basketball.
I think the damage has been done, but stranger things have happened. Weekly finds Henderson way out there. Tanisha dribbles in and launches one off the glass for two. That cuts the lead to 7. That's a foul against Megan Hagemeyer, excuse me, fans. This thing will work itself out of my throat sooner or later. And Eddington. Nope, there's a foul. Megan Hagemeyer fouled Latham from behind.
That's 5 for Megan.
And Claire Henry's going to come in and play for her with 4 fouls of her own. Latham's shot misses. Weekly has the rebound. The jump ball favors Mark Twain this time as Sydney Pickard comes in for Tanisha Henderson. 35.2 left on the clock. Mark Twain goes off the glass. That was Eddington. The lead's back up to 9. Ogle knocks it out of bounds. It'll come back our way. St. Pierre is going to check in for Claire Henry. Is that all of our seniors now?
That's all the seniors. Actually, has the starting 5 back out on the court.
It is.
Guys got to shoot the basketball.
Madison goes 3-on-1 and can't get it up. Martin has the rebound, loses it. Madison fell on it, but not in time. It's going to come back to Mark Twain.
7.8 seconds to go. 53-44 lead by Mark Twain.
Ouch.
That's pretty much a no-brainer. Well, now we're just playing hot potato with it. That's the ball game.
Yeah, Eddington comes away with it. So a 53-44 Ellsbury loss here on senior night, a tough one.
But you know what? We'll do it again tomorrow night as boys' senior night.
We absolutely will.
And you know what? This isn't the last time you'll see this girls' team on this court because we play Monday night against Bowling Green. And they'll do the same thing. It's going to be another two-quarter JV game because Bowling Green has a bunch of players with the flu. And
who doesn't?
Right, who doesn't? That's true. And then we'll have the varsity game, and that's going to be one heck of a ball game there. Those two going at each other again.
I had forgotten that game had been rescheduled. I'm glad you reminded me of that.
But congratulations to Mark Twain. And I tell you what, you got to give credit to these Lady Indians fighting back the way they did. I mean, come on. What a battle to come back and almost win this game, or just even be in there. So, like I said, we'll be back out on the court, or back out here tomorrow night.
Did they just end this game with a combined prayer by both
It seems
teams?
that way.
I love it. I love to see things
Seems that
like
way.
that. I owe a couple of interviews, one to Kaylee Martin. And
I
one to
wouldn't
Tess
worry about
Weekly.
it tonight if I was you.
I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I might have to get them on here during the boys' game tomorrow,
Or
if they
even
happen
at
to
the
be in
during the bowling
stands.
after the Bowling Green game, even or something like that too.
Yeah.
So.
To bring them up after a loss is a little bit anticlimactic.
Especially after this loss, I think.
I think this was one they expected to either.
I think they expected to be there,
or to
but
beat them.
I don't know if they expected it to be that much of a blowout early on. So, all right.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and leave you. I'm going to walk down and see if I can come up with a strategy to get those girls on the air within the next few nights. But once again, a tough 53-44 Ellsbury Lady Indian loss. Thanks to our fans at home for watching. Congratulations to all of our seniors. And thanks, Michael, for manning my camera and giving me some color.
No problem.
All right. See you later, fans. Have a good night.